Peter Truth, what's good with you? Black African Power, man. Black African Power. Let the house fill up a little bit, man. We get it cracking a little bit in here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Wow. They're not even working properly.
What up? What up?
What up? You know, I got gamers on the pseudo killers. They straight gamers for real. I see the two gamers here right now. Super gamers. What's good, family? We already live, man. Get this thing in. Get everybody in here, man. What it do? What's going on with your concrete, Corey? What it do?
Man, not much, man.
Okay. All right.
Happy it's Friday. Happy it's the weekend, you know. It's been a long week. I've been getting some reading in. What's up, CK? How you been?
Peace. Peace to the panel.
What she say?
Peace to the chat.
Let this fill up a little bit more. Where my daggone book at, man? Grab my book, man. Let the people pile up in the audience. Got some heavy books, man. Hey, we're gonna highlight that joint, Corey.
Oh, that New Cosmos.
Yeah, that Cosmos joint, yo. Yep, you hear me?
Yep, I hear you.
Try getting a better. All right, man. This damn TV too loud, man. Hold on, man. Getting this thing straight.
Yeah, I like that. I like this. I like that New Cosmos because it's got the pictures and everything.
Yeah, Corey, show the audience the book, yo. I gotta grab a light, yo.
All right.
Give him a brief on the joint, yo. Real quick. Hey, Yana. Yana, can you bring the light that was in the thing, please? The light that I had.
Show the book.
The light.
What's the New Cosmos by David Etcher? Specifically, chapter 17 is what I was reading up on.
The meaning of the life of the universe.
Yeah. We was having a discussion last night about whether life was in the universe, how likely life was throughout the universe.
Where at?
So it got real interesting, but I had stumbled upon this chapter, and it basically covered, our whole conversation. So we're gonna kind of get into that a little bit when get it together here.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's a good question though. How likely is, what is the meaning of life? How do you define the life? How do you define life? And you know, how likely is life in the universe? You know what I'm saying? What you think about that, CK?
Think about what? Can you speak up a little bit? Hold on, let me turn my volume up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm multitasking.
The likeliness of life in the universe.
Well, I'm on the side of I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not one of those people that's like gonna definitely say, oh, there is life out there in the universe. The way I see it is that it don't exist until we find it.
Okay.
yeah. Stick to the
Yeah,
multitasking.
I'm close. I'm close there with you. I'm close there with you, CK.
I mean, I would like for there to be. That would be kind of cool,
Stick to
though.
the multitasking. Stick to the multitasking. No science.
It depends. Hold on. How about this? How about this? I'll rephrase what I said.
Yeah, come on, yo.
It depends on the definition in which we're describing life. Or we're talking about, oh, we're finding fucking water over here and that's life. No, I'm talking about, I need to see some plants. I need to see some type of organism that, can reproduce. Like plants, those are organisms that can reproduce, bacteria, viruses.
What do you think about the probability?
I haven't been exposed to anything that leads me to believe that there is. But I would like to. I would like to think that there is. I would like there to be something else out there. It would be kind of cool. If we saw something that's different from us, that maybe they don't use oxygen to breathe. Maybe they don't, communicate by speaking. Maybe they don't look humanoid like how we look if we were to find something else out there. But I have not been exposed to anything that leads me to believe there is anything out there like that. So I'm on the side of I believe when I see it.
But see, even when we talk about life on another planet, we ain't just talking about things that look like us. It's even like grass, like even flower. You know what I'm saying? That would be some big news on another planet. That would be alien life. But
so man, let me holler out. Let me shout out the people, man, that's in this joint, man. We got 22,000 in here, man. Sutton, what's good with you? I see you. Omar Reed, what's good? Charles Goodwin, what it do? Brother Logic, RMF, what's up? I see you in there, Queen, what's good? Queen Cheetah, what's up with you? Yeah, Black African Power family, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Yeah, we're gonna do it right up here tonight. We're gonna be talking about life a little bit. And I'm gonna show you. Y'all wanna have a conversation. We're gonna have a damn conversation, man. So let's get this cracking, man. Black African Power. What's good? What's happening? A well-organized lie defeats a disorganized truth every time. Woo-hoo-wee. Man, y'all already know what it is, man. It's God Killer in the house. Look, we come to do what we got to do. We're going to do what we got to do. We standing strong. We standing tall. Pseudo killers on deck. What's good, Concrete Coy, man? What's up with you, man? What's good?
Man, trying to, have a good conversation tonight, get some information and, share what I know and learn what I don't.
Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, Clark Kent, what's up with you, man? What it do?
Man, ain't too much, man. Feeling good, fresh off the Jeezy and Gucci Mane battle, you know what I mean? And feeling good about that. But yeah, man, just chilling, man. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, same old thing right here, man. Just always up for the challenge, man. Always up for the daggone conversation, man. Y'all know the title of the show, man. Yeah, we dealing with space. Yeah, I mean, man, for the love of Christ, man. You know what I'm saying? That's where they really got us at. They got us for the love of Christ. Hey, CK the poet, the multitasker, the gamer. What's up with you? What it do? What it do?
Yeah. Y'all already know what it is. Make sure y'all like and share the show. Try to get some people to come up through to watch us tonight. Hopefully we'll have some good conversations, get some interesting conversations, not only on the panel, but in the chat, and maybe get some people from the chat to come on the panel as well. Later on tonight, once we get a decent amount of people watching the live stream, I do have an announcement. Well, I'll save that until then. But hey, you know what it is. Pseudos died their source.
Pseudos died their source. So, I think, well, let me make something real clear here. So we understand exactly what sons do, right? And let's get an approximate number. All right, for a minute here. Let me show you. Let's really talk about this. We was kind of leading up to this because I did a whole show on water, right? And we know what water do for you. We know what water, we know what light do. When you start finding those things, man, somewhere around there, you're gonna start finding some life, man. You know what I'm saying? That's not even, I don't think that's a question. The reality is when you're dealing with the cosmos, man, you're dealing with deep time, man. You're dealing with distance, man. All right. And so that's the biggest obstacle. If it was life, things are light years away. So in space, which we are in space, when you get outside of the sun's orbit, we measure things based off of light years, right? And we talked about how long does it take for the speed of light to travel in a year, okay? And people get that mixed up with time. We're not dealing with time, we're dealing with distance. So whenever they talk about light years, they're really talking about distance. And this is the factor that would keep us from ever finding life, would be that distance. You know what I'm saying? So like, what? Life on Earth is 3.5 billion? Approximate, right? I think that's what we're rolling with, 3.5 billion.
They saying 3.9 in right here in this chapter that we about to get into.
Okay.
So, 3.9, yeah.
Okay.
What percent?
No. Time. How long life been on planet Earth? Time. 3.5 billion. Or you said 3.9. That's why I took it approximate. Okay, that's a long daggone time. Matter of fact, your mind can't even comprehend it. As a matter of fact, your mind can't even comprehend the size of planet Earth. That's why people talk about the flat Earth. They only understand the scale and size of planet Earth, let alone 4.3.5 billion years. So the Earth was what, 4.7 billion years old? Yep. 4.2. 4.2?
No, they say 4.5 is the
all right.
As far as that's to change, but yeah.
Right. You know how long that is?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah. Universe. What? Universe. 13.5 billion, 13.7 billion?
14.5.
You made that.
No, it might be 13.8 or something like that.
No, I'm joking.
Yeah, it's like 13 something.
And so
it's almost 14, whatever.
Yeah, 13.8.
So this is the luxury of having a team of gunfighters around you, right? You know, we always fighting to make sure we got proper books, proper information to read up. And whenever we engulfed in the conversation, we're gonna bring videos to the conversation, lectures of people, doctors, people that write on the damn subject, and we're gonna bring books. So we're not gonna look at the average YouTube video. We're also gonna look at animated. Kent does a great job of putting them little goddamn animated, easy to understand shit. Like I really learned from that. That get my mind in order, right? To start listening to some of the show enough lectures, right? And then read the book. Then you find good authors out of these lectures, and you get the book, and then you get the audible joint, and you couple it together. And then if you can get a guide, I like to get I do shit like this. In case y'all don't know, I like to get like the teacher's edition, the study guide. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not do shit like this. So this book, the half of it has never been told, slavery and the making of America, capitalism, right? I do shit like this. I'll get this. I mean, you got to be you and so like and so Corey, this was his contribution this week, last week, egging us on to get to work. I personally think he overpaid for it.
No doubt I did.
But I'm an avid book collector, book shopper. You know what I'm saying? I think we like the hardback books. So this conversation we knew we had some literature on it. Vance, he brought in he always put in the detail. Like I said, he brings the detailed lectures of intelligent people talking on the subject matter. So there's no amening on the pseudo killers. There's no amening. All right. There's no, okay, we taking your word at it. The competition get thick around here. Being ferocious with your reading, however you want to do it, it's just there, y'all. So yeah, we in the midst of life and all that talking. So I wanted to hit y'all with this real quick. What's that?
I just wanted to point out too, these help you too. This is great courses. I don't know, my life.
Yeah, I remember.
But this is great courses. It's black holes or whatever. But this gives you a good lecture. Now I got the book, but this help you out, to understand the book a little bit better when you're reading the heavy books, with the terminology and all of that. You know what I'm saying? This helps you understand it. And you can get into the heavier books, So I just wanted to share that.
Mm-hmm. And great courses is off the chain. I like them Jones too, man.
Okay, so man, I wanted to try to find. I cannot believe. So we wanted to talk about CK. She was like, if she don't see it, she ain't going for it. So basically, science is predictive. Okay, so watch this. We know what suns do. Suns are really element producers. They produce elements. They're element producing machines. Literally, that's what they do. Okay. And when they can no longer fight the force of gravity, they implode on themselves. The core gets hard, metal. I forget the name of the metal, right? And can no longer hold back the gravity.
Huh? Once it produces iron, then the sun is start to die after that. Once it starts to produce iron, but go ahead.
Okay, right, because it can't hold back the gravity no more, and then it goes dwarf. Okay, it goes white dwarf. Okay, some suns go white dwarf, right? Then some go supernova. Okay, now they explode. When they explode, all the material, you know what I'm saying, and these suns are strewed all over the cosmos. Okay, clouds. Some end up being clouds. Some end up being dust. You know what I'm saying? And out of these clouds and out of these dusts, new suns are produced. But the key point is suns produce elements. So we got about, in the Milky Way, we got about 200,000.
One more thing, just not to interrupt you again, but some suns, when they go supernova, some of them produce a black hole too. I mean, a black hole.
Good point. Yeah, add that in there. That's a point.
Yeah.
That's a point. That's a point. So we got about 200,000 suns, 240,000, 300,000 suns in the Milky Way galaxy. Okay? Approximately 200 million. That's a lot. My fault.
No.
200 billion.
Galaxy.
My fault, 200 billion.
It's 400 million. It's 400 billion, I mean.
Billion. You want to go billion, I say 200 billion. But you say 400, we good.
No, it's 400 billion.
Yeah, he went 400 billion.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I'm going to come to I'm coming to this NASA site. What they saying? All right, they say our sun is just one of 200 billion stars. But okay. We can play back and forth. But that's a hell of a number there, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a number for element producing machines. Are you starting to get this point here? I'm saying now. I did the lecture on water all over the damn cosmos. So you got water all over the cosmos. Prerequisite for life. You got suns. You know what I'm saying? 400 billion to 200 billion suns in the Milky Way galaxy. That's just in the Milky Way galaxy. How many galaxies do we have? Another 300 billion galaxies. Okay, spewed all over the cosmos. Now that starts to give you like a little exercise in trying to wrap your mind around that. Huh? Where you at, Vance? How you doing, brother? Man, blinked out.
Yeah. How y'all doing? What's good? Peace to the panel. I'm having some technical difficulties. My Wi-Fi bugged out right about now.
Man, real quick, yo, before you fall asleep, real quick.
No, I ain't about to fall asleep. What's good?
I need you to talk about real fast, right? So we had about 400 to 200 billion suns in the Milky Way galaxy. We had about 300 billion galaxies, right? Real fast, let's talk about leaving the gravitational field of the sun real quick. What probe was that? Well, let's talk about that for a minute. I'm trying to give people an idea of just how long shit take. Talk about that real fast.
Are you talking about the Voyager spacecraft? It just a couple years ago, maybe. Go ahead. What were you about to say?
What's the significance in that? When did they launch that?
I think they launched it in 1966, if I'm not in the 60s. And it just now left the heliosphere, the sun's gravitational field, and it went quote unquote interstellar. So yeah, it's the first human object to reach that distance. That's the significance of it. And they just made contact with it actually a couple of weeks ago, or maybe last week. And booted it back up.
Okay,
you where I go out at?
No, I can hear you now. You were saying that they just did what? What happened?
Oh no, what I was saying was they were out of contact with it for a little brief moment, just because it's not doing much. It's just going through space, and they just a couple of weeks ago made communication with it again, just to boot it back up to see if it was still functional. So yeah, it's very significant.
How did they tell you how many miles it's traveled?
I'm not even sure. I can look it up.
Yeah, but that's that was in that man. You talking about 60 years almost to get out of the gravitational field of the sun?
You know, the sun is like 93 million miles away from us.
Facts. Exactly.
Crazy.
Facts.
So Voyager 2 is now 11 billion miles away. It's
8 light minutes away. That's what it is.
Okay, 8 light minutes. He ain't say light. He say 8 light minutes.
About as far as the sun.
It's further than the sun.
That is the sun.
93 million miles. That's about as far as the sun is.
Voyager is 11 billion miles away.
Oh, 11 billion. Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
It's outside. It's left the gravitational field. It's left the sun bubble.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah, we just sent the probe to the sun last year. It don't take that long to get to the sun.
Here is it?
What's that?
Is that a light year? 11 billion. How many miles in a light year?
I don't know. What do you say? How
many miles? How many miles in a light year? I used to know that.
No, it's not. The Oort cloud is 1 light year. It ain't reached the Oort cloud yet, so it ain't there.
Oh, okay.
Approximately.
Let's see. Oh my God. Didn't put it. It's an E to light year.
Yeah, you said I don't know that E plus 12.
yeah, it ain't nowhere near that. The
24,000
yeah,
miles. To obtain an idea of the size of a light year, take a circumference of Earth, 24 million miles. 24 million miles. Lay it out in a
Oh,
straight
so it's
line,
half
multiply
light.
length by 7.5. Hold on, we can go right to the encyclopedia to get the.
We had to do the kilometer. That's why we need to start talking in kilometers, man. It's a little
The
easier.
length of light year, the length unit expressed astronomical distance and equivalent to about 9.46 trillion kilometers, or 5.88 trillion miles. That's a light year.
Yeah.
oh, okay, right. It ain't nowhere near
Trillion
that.
is a number that people it's hard to fathom.
Yeah, y'all
But
listen to this. I mean, come on, man. How long? Let's really see and we put it together so y'all could just kind of get a glimpse of how large this galaxy. So if it was life, right, anywhere, like how could you connect with it? Think about the point I'm making. The nearest, watch this, the nearest galaxy is what? Andromeda? And that's what? What's that? 20? Let me see. Andromeda. Let's see how close Andromeda is while we playing. Let me see.
Why you look that up? I just want to say that the Milky Way galaxy is 100,000 light years across.
What?
That's huge.
The
nearest star is 4.3 light years.
Our sun is the nearest star. What you mean?
No, I'm talking about the nearest star other than our sun. It's like 4.3 light years.
Okay, so let's get it real quick. Andromeda Galaxy, also known as, what's this, Maser 21 or M31 or NGC 224, and originally Andromeda Nebula. See below, is a barreled spiral galaxy, approximately 2.5 million light years, 770 kilo. What's this? Kilo faraseconds. The hell is that? From Earth and the nearest major galaxy to the Milky Way. All right, man. So you're talking about 2.5 million light years. You see the scale of that? First of all, we have found nothing that travels the speed of light. So if you're thinking you're taking a damn machine and traveling the speed of light, that's not going down. That's not what's happening. So I think that the life part is easy. Actually realizing that based off of 400 to 200 billion suns explode, right? And create more suns and dust create planets colliding into each other, moons, water. So for me, it makes more sense to say that life is abundant in the cosmos as opposed to saying, well, I don't think it's no life. The scientists I hear, right, gonna lean more towards it being life in the cosmos. Now, the debate would be what type of life or what kind or what is it? Is it this? And that's the conversation we was having. But as far as saying that the probability of there's more chances of it being life in the cosmos, right, than not. But there's damn near no chance of you actually running across it based off of the sheer distance and size, right, of where we live at. So that's what I wanted to say to you, CK. I know you're off in the daggone playing some game right now. I know you is. I just not.
Don't be hating, sir.
I heard the bullets popping. I hear the bullets. So I would predict that based off of suns, which produce planets and water and the whole 9 yards, that life is all part of this thing. I would say that, but I'm saying, but linking up with it, and then you would have to link up with life. Like how about communicating to it? Like, how would that work? You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even communicate to bacteria. Bacteria don't let us know it's there. Something has to happen for you to know it's there. Like, how would you, and if suppose it was life that reached the same level that we reached, which ain't even the damn level we just think it is, It ain't. We ain't no smarter than nothing else. I know y'all want to try to make it seem like that. We're not.
We're not special.
How would you communicate billion years away? Like, by the time we linked up, this civilization be gone. Like Mars, how about Mars, man? Mars had rivers and oceans, yo. And by the time we was smart enough to send something to Mars, that shit was been over with billions of years ago. See what I'm saying? Go ahead, somebody add something to that.
Hey, so they found in 1996, right? Scientists announced that they found protein fossils of life in Martian meteorites. You know what I mean?
Oh, what does that mean?
So the fossils is you know, the remnants of the microbial life that once was on Mars already. It was a meteorite that crashed here on Earth, because you know Earth pulls in some of the Martian, you know, dust and all of that and surface or whatever. You get meteorites from Mars here on Earth. And they looked. It took them a while, but they looked at it and they found the fossilized microbial life on there. Now it's debatable because they like, well, was this life or what? You know what I mean? They're trying to determine, like, the argument is what is considered life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
these is actually like proteins, like the ribozoic nucleic acids and stuff, like the RNA and all of this. You know what I'm saying? And the RNA, which is, you know, these prokaryotic, you know, microbes or you know what I'm saying? Microscopic prokaryotic life, I guess you could say. I don't, you know what I mean? It's like I said, that's the argument, whether you want to call that life or not, you know.
All right. So go ahead.
So we already know that you know, you find these same things in interstellar space. You know what I'm saying? You can go out and find these same things on comets and all the rest of the things. So, you know, like, obviously everything that's needed for the evolutionary process to start is already in the cosmos. So, you know, it's undoubtedly that we not here by ourselves, whether you want to call life this, you know, other life intelligent or not. That's, you know, that's a case by case basis. That's subjective right there. So that's all I wanted to add on that.
Let's see. So let's come to chapter 17. Matter of fact, in the first couple sentences, it said, nothing drives astronomy like that oldest of all philosophical questions. Are we alone in the universe? Spacecraft missions concentrate on Mars because of the red planet's relative similarity to Earth and the existence of water there, leading to the possibility of micro life. It says
microbial life.
Microbial life. It says the rapidly growing cottage industry of finding the study. Okay, let me say this real fast. Hold on. The real problem, as I said earlier, is how do we tackle the problem of being able to link up at the same time when we at the same level to be able to communicate? Because maybe we super dumb in the universe. You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the ants are superior. I know the ants have managed to live on Earth for like a couple 100,000 years, a couple million years, y'all. Termites is how
billion. They've been around since
insects. Yeah,
billions of years old, I believe.
Ants no billions.
Insects before mammals, right?
Yeah,
of course.
At least hundreds of millions I'm gonna say at least hundreds of millions of years old. That's what I'm gonna say.
You said hundreds of millions. Hold on.
Insects.
2.5, I don't know, no 100. Yeah, you might be right. Let's see. Ants. How old are what? Ants or
insects?
Ants, insects, either one.
Insect life came before.
I tell you what. It's trillions and trillions. It's more ants in and on the earth than it is grains of sand on all the beaches.
Yeah, they old though, yo. They got about 3,106 species.
Yeah.
All right. And they are hold on, man.
I think we had.
Y'all know some of the queens live up to 30 to 50 years, yo? Did you know that?
What say?
That some termite queens live up to 30 to 50 years, unlike ants, which undergo a complete metamorphosis. Each individual termite goes through a incomplete metamorphosis. Dang. Taxonomy and evolution. So they give you the evolution of the, hold on. Damn, how old are they? Damn. Let me see.
I think we went down a rabbit hole with the ants, though.
Why?
We all do that, though.
Yeah, you might well just do insects.
Oh, you want to do insects?
We always do that. We start, so we end up going somewhere else.
I ain't gonna leave it. No, I ain't gonna lose it. I ain't gonna get off. I ain't gonna get off. I know I know you just made me forget why I said it. You just rabbit hole me. Hold on. No, I was just trying to say, no, my point with that was I just wanted to get the.
It's probably my fault more so.
Yeah, I think the point was that, 120 million, it said 120 million years, man.
Yeah,
Termites have been around for more than 120 million years.
100 million years.
Huh?
I knew they had to at least be around 100 and something.
Yeah. So I went in the rabbit hole. Let me get out the rabbit hole. Let me climb up out of there, brush the dust off me. The reason why I said it was that we only been around 300,000 years. So who's to say we're gonna make 120 million years? That's the point I wanted to make here.
Yeah.
You feel me? Mammals ain't 100 million years old.
No.
They ain't 250 at 250 million. When people play the dinosaur game, when you got dinosaurs, you ain't got no mammals. I think you might got a mammal dinosaur mix at 250 million years, like where you had the Earth was together, all the planets was together. The Earth.
You talking about at 65 million? That's when the dinosaurs ended at 65 million.
Yeah, but 250 when people try to act like we walked over here because of Pangea. Right.
Oh, yeah.
So Pangea started to break back apart at 200.
Yeah, it wasn't no mammals.
There was no mammals. That's the point. I think it might have been a mix, like a half mammal, half dinosaur type of thing. All right. Don't quote me on that, but I swear to goodness I'm in the ballpark.
No, not at 250 million. No, you see.
Here you go. You shouldn't have did it. Now you're gonna make me go get the source up and shut down.
No. You probably
I think he might got you, Corey.
5 million. That's what
let's go to the source.
Yeah, I think I might be on to something with that one.
At 250 million.
I said.
Yeah, he said a mix.
Dinosaurs.
Right, it's a mix. It's a reptile and a mammal as they split.
Yeah, it's a mix. Let me see.
Because we know that even in the dinosaur period that there was small mammals running around, so we know they were there. He's just saying that at that time.
Way later.
Right.
5 million. You talking about?
Hey,
and it would,
hey,
about 65
million. Find it. Go ahead.
I got him. I got him in the crosshairs, yo. Let me go ahead and shoot you up. I hate to shoot up.
Don't kill me.
I hate to shoot up a founding member.
Go ahead. I want to be because I'm almost positive on this one now. I'm willing to be wrong though. I'm willing to be wrong.
Yeah, we all be wrong. Shit, I was wrong yesterday. Shit, we love being wrong. That's when we learn something, though. That's the funny
About
part
to be.
about it.
Yeah.
It's different. It's different around here being wrong. When you wrong around here, you actually learn something. We go down we go underground and get all kind of books and shit. It'd be funny to me. You almost want to be wrong. Yeah, but I ain't wrong on this one, though. I ain't going wrong on this one, yo. I'm going to pull out the Rise of Mammals article. Mammal Evolution, Information Fact, National Geographic. That's what I'm going to hit you with that. That's going to get us right where we want to be at.
Hit me with that. You talking about around 65 million. If you're talking any kind of animal talk.
Yeah. You put some money. I bet you don't put no money on that, though. See if I can drag him out there in deep water.
Around 65. I'm telling you.
Hold on. Got him, coach. National Geographic. Bam. Where you at, CK? Damn it.
Because that shrew, I know.
Yes, sir.
The little shrew type, little mouse, little thing that was running around. I'm telling you, that's about 65 million right there.
Yeah, we know mammals are 65, but I said there's a mix. Did you hear me? Half mammal, half dinosaur.
Yeah, it's a mix.
You know about that. You talking?
I know you don't.
Oh man.
Oh man.
I don't know.
CK,
I don't know.
But
CK, grab that out the back chat. Grab that.
A platypus? Isn't a platypus?
Some just came on my
YouTube
timeline about the tallest mammal or something. I think that was the cross. I'm gonna find it.
Hey, CK, you see it in the chat, right?
It's about
right here.
Zoom back chat.
Zoom back chat. Grab that for us. No, what? Hold on. It says.
I'm about to send it to you in the back chat, man.
Known mammals were hold on to spell it. Were a Morganocupidés tides, Morganucodontids, tiny screw-sized creatures that lived in the shadows of the dinosaurs 210 million years ago.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong.
They were one of several different mammal lineages that emerged around that time. All living mammals today, including us, descend from the one line that survived.
Hey, I was halfway right, though. I did say it was a shrew type animal, though. I did say that, though.
Yeah, you just
we agreed. We agreed with that point.
You
was crapped out on that.
Hey, I can't believe they didn't start coming around. See, because it was a split between the reptile and that shrew, right? But
yeah,
I thought that they extinction, like when they start falling out, like the dinosaurs wasn't totally extinct, and so maybe this might be just outdated information that I have on this. You know what I mean? But I thought the dinosaurs wasn't totally extinct, so this led the way for that reptile to start to evolve, into that shrew type animal. You know what I'm saying? Where it was the mix where y'all was talking about, it was a blend between the reptile and the mammal. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I thought that between that period of that meteor hitting or whatever it was, that it made the dinosaurs extinct. That's when they started to come around more. You know what I mean? I know they started to thrive after that, but I didn't know they had been around before. You know what I mean? That's the information I didn't know. So yeah, 210. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's brand new information to me, and I learned something today. See?
So yeah, it says in the 1960s, evidence emerged that the world's land masses were once assembled into a great continent called Pangaea. Around 225 million years ago, Pangaea began to split into the northern continent called Laurasia and its southern counterpart, Gondwana. Yes, the Malachi. You try to hit niggas with that. Fake you out for real. It said each continent carried its own cargo of animals based on the known fossil records. Scientists believe that the ancestors of mammals live today. The ancestors of mammals live today emerged in the north and then migrated south all the way to Antarctica and Australia as land bridges. Let me see, hold on. Man, fucking thing to stop. As speedily developed between the continents. All right, my shit froze up. Let me see, hold on. Did you get that though, CK?
Yes, sir. I already threw it in the chat.
You put that in the chat for him?
Mm-hmm.
Scientists who trust fossils and those, hold on, let me see. Scientists who trust fossils and those who look to the genes agree on at least one thing. Mammals were starting to come into their own around the time of the Morganoucosides. What in the world is that? I'm gonna try to pronounce that again. The Morgan. See if you pronounce this, CK. Morgan.
Where is it?
Right here. Hold on. I'm gonna put it on the screen. Right there. Scientists trust the fossils. I spelled it for the audience. The Morganucodids. You know that's Morgan.
Not quite sure where you're at.
Morganucolides. Huh? Hold on. Right here, look. Let you get a crack at it.
I suck at pronouncing stuff.
College grad. College grad. Here you go. College grad. Get you on here. Can you see it? See it? There you go. What's that? Where you go? Pronounce that.
It's just now sharing.
Morgan.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at it from Zoom because it's taking a minute to show on YouTube.
Codunatides. You still can't see it?
Yikes. What the hell is this?
You can spell. Come on, shorty, with the college.
That don't mean nothing. I never said I was good in English.
With the college.
So it's Morgan, and then it's a U, and then condontides.
Morganucodides.
Yeah, Morganucodides. Something like that.
Well, shit, well, I was close. I was right there, and I was in the game. Okay, their tiny jawbones about an inch to.
Hold on. Why didn't you just copy the word and then just put it in Google and then just ask Google to pronounce it for you?
All right, we're gonna do that too.
You should just know that they just a piece of the jawbone. That's all.
Who came up with this word?
Nah, their tiny jawbones is about such centimeters as a long. Show just how different the mammalia form was from the giant reptile world. See that? So I don't think it means that's the actual thing, though. You think it's to say the jawbone? Their jawbones were beginning to fuse into one piece. This is very different from the reptile jaws, which are made up of several bones, says paleontologist Rich. All right. Anyway, so yeah, I got y'all out of there on that one, though. Let me see. That's why mammalia here is so much better than the reptiles. Oh, they talking about the bone. This is a good one. Jawbones beginning to fuse together, very different reptiles. Let me see. Sam Noble, Oklahoma Museum of Natural History. It say modern. Watch this. Modern mammal bones migrated backward to become. Watch this, y'all. Don't forget this. The small bones of the middle ear. Okay, that's why mammals here is so much better than reptiles. Now watch this, and I'm gonna get out the rabbit hole. We're gonna get back to where we at on that chapter, all right? So this is important right here for evolution, y'all. Right here, right here, right here. This right here, right here. This right here. See, this it. The small bones of the middle ear. That's deep. See, so the small bones in the middle ear allows mammals to hear. All mammals got that small little bone, right, in their middle ear. Now watch this. We know whales are mammals because they got that small bone, right, in their middle ear. Okay, that's how we know they're mammals, and they can't hear that well in water. I'm gonna say this again. Whales can't hear well in water. Why? Because this evolutionary process took place on land, which allows mammals to hear great. You know, certain animals, based off where the ears are turned, can hear great distances above, you know what I'm saying, on land. But in water, it's not good. So that's why we know whales were up on land first, because of that little bone. That's a little tidbit for y'all to understand. That should give y'all some clarity. Anybody want to add something before we dive back out the rabbit hole and get back on life in the cosmos? Anybody want to add to that?
Nah, that's a good point though. I didn't think about that small bone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's that evolution thing right there, man. That's how we know. That's
Small
how
bone in the ear.
Mm-hmm. That's how we surely know them daggone whales. You know what I'm saying? That's how we know they mammals. That's how we know. That's one of the reasons why we know they mammals, because of their little bone. And that's another reason why we know they was on land first, and ain't none of y'all getting around that. Simple as that. Let it go. Not to mention the tail that all of us have in the womb. So if y'all want to play the little monkey joke, 40 million years ago, right? We had an ancestor that did come from monkeys. 40 million years ago. What's the difference between a monkey and an ape? Monkeys have tails and apes do not. But since monkeys predate apes, right? We lost our tail. Humans, y'all want to play with the humans? Later on in the show, I'm going to show y'all that humans actually have tails in the womb, and we lose it at a certain period in the womb, but we have tails. I ain't talking tailbone, I'm saying tails. But go ahead, somebody, I see you, Sos. How you doing, brother?
Everything good, man. I see y'all rocking with the Cosmos.
Yeah, we having fun, man. We just starting to warm it up, start up the engines.
Hey, they got that book on the audio book. I got a credit too. I'm ready to use my little my Amazon joint.
Oh no, they don't. No, they don't.
You gonna want to you gonna want to get the copy of this one, because it's got the pictures. It's got the pictures and the figures in it. You know what I mean. It's real detailed though. You gonna want the copy.
I'd be liking to have both, because that way I can consume a lot of information when I just pop my headphones in. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I need both.
Me too. I do the same thing.
Yeah, I can run through them books in the auto book. That ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. Riding down the street, jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you turn that radio smooth off and be just straight listening to information. Yeah.
That's real right there. That ain't no joke right there. All right, let me see. Yeah. So check. Let me throw this last one in. Most of China mammal fossils were formed when volcanoes buried the animals in ash, and they are exquisitely detailed. Typical mammal fossils from the Mesozoic era, 252 million to 66 million years ago, a little more than teeth and jaw fragments, but Chinese specimens often have entire skeletons with fur, skin, and internal organs. We have a lot of detail to answer scientific questions, says Ming. He is interested in the understanding of the evolution of Mammalia ear, for instance. This is from a journal of nature here, y'all. I'm gonna put this in here, and y'all make sure y'all go ahead and Corey is right though. So they upgrade the information though. They did. This is a new article. This is October 2019. So Corey, you're absolutely right. That's the day we got you with the upgrade, bro. But I kind of knew, but I was on, you know what I'm saying? I sit here all day long and read out the nature, and I'd be tripping sometimes. It take me forever. It take forever to read an article for me. got out the dictionary, to this, that, and the other. I'm putting it into YouTube to pronounce this shit right. Yeah, it'd be a little bit.
Yeah,
it'd be hectic. It'd be a little hectic.
You got to get it right though. You got to get it.
Yeah, you gotta get it right, man. You're right.
Hey, you want to jump back into that?
Yeah, we
chapter?
got to. Yeah, that's what we want to do. I want everybody to put this in a pseudo killer folder, and I'm gonna give it to CK to post it. And let's get back into this. We're gonna get out the rabbit hole.
Hey, we're gonna go in another one anyway, but you're gonna read like 2 more sentences, then we'll be right back down another one.
Into the rabbit hole. How about the black hole?
Right back into the black hole, man.
Yeah, the black hole. Yeah, don't let it stand there too long. All right, go ahead, get to the chapter. I'm trying to get it to CK. Go ahead.
All right, so you had read like the first paragraph of it. I want to get into some of the meat of it a little bit. It says here in the very next paragraph that you read, it starts off, of course, we know of only one example of life in the universe right here on Earth. In the minds of some, that means the odds of life being an extremely rare thing in the cosmos are high. At least intelligent life, civilization that could communicate. They point back to the idea that Italy physicist Enrico Fermi or whatever. He was from the 1950s, raised in he was raised in the 1950s.
Where you at?
The universe contained life. I'm right in the second paragraph.
All right, go ahead.
Then where is it? Why hasn't life showed up on our doorstep? The so-called Fermi paradox still stands as a fair question, but the odds of life in the universe are strategically large. Overwhelmingly. So, hold on, let me read that again. So the so-called Fermi paradox still stands as a fair question, but the odds of life in the universe are staggeringly large, overwhelmingly so, in the minds of the majority of astronomers and cosmologists. So right. the odds of life is like the major cosmologist is like, yeah, it's most likely life in the universe. To continue on, recall that the universe contains at least 100 billion galaxies, and probably considerably more, because inflation theory means that we are not seeing the whole universe. So inflation theory is the dark energy that keeps the universe expanding. So they saying we ain't even seeing we can't even see the whole universe. The only thing, all we can see is 100 billion galaxies. That's all we can see.
So that's why they say the observable universe, am I correct?
That's why they call it the observable universe. You're exactly correct. So considering inflation means we are not seeing the whole universe that exists. And let's consider the number of stars in a galaxy like the Milky Way, about 400 billion stars. So
fact check. There you go. That's close.
Let's set inflation aside for what we see of star system near the sun. Planetary systems appear to be common, and we are seeing the first glimpses of planets within habitable zones of their suns, the areas in which water will be a liquid. From what we can see, water is essential for life. that goes to your point. Like you was making that point earlier and yesterday. You was making that point. So that's a good point. Astronomers certainly believe that something like 70 or 80% of stars have planets. With 100 billion galaxies in the universe, and to play it conservatively, let's assume roughly 100 billion stars on average for each galaxy. That works out to be 10 billion stars in the universe. I got to repeat that again. That works out to be 10 billion stars in the universe. And they said that's a conservative. He's saying that's a conservative estimate. Now we know that the Milky Way galaxy got 400 billion stars in it, and that's number consists of saying that the average galaxy has 100 billion stars in it. So that is a very conservative number. But and roughly 10 to the 22nd planetary systems. That's 8,000 billion planetary systems.
All right, hold on. Let's look right here real fast. The picture right here, with the scientists announced that they have found a potential fossil life in the Martian meteorite, Allen Hills. That's 84001. They say, but the life turned out to be a highly controversial. NASA, Stanford University. Let me read this little piece. It said, do you really believe that we are the only planet on which life exists, or the only planet on which civilization exists with so-called intelligent life? Even simple logic and probability suggest that the odds seem mind-numbingly against that. Read that again for y'all. Do we really believe that we are the only planet on which life exists, or the only planet on which a civilization exists with so-called intelligent life? Even simple logic and probability suggest that the odds seem mind-numbingly against that. Go ahead, Corey. Where you at?
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, y'all. We got that ACK real quick. I think we got to copy this book, but they're gonna have to do something to get a copy of this book. They're going to join something when you make that announcement. That's the only way they're gonna be able to get to that. All right. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Corey. You go ahead, Corey.
Oh, my bad. I was on mute. My bad.
Nah, I want to tell the truth. Call the duty.
Getting bodied.
I want to give away something too, man. I got a little something to give away, to good information, man. But we'll do that another show or something.
All right.
Figure out to get some way to give that away. But where we at though, where you was at?
But before examining the meaning of life in the universe, we need to begin by understanding just what life is. Defining life has proved to be intriguing and difficult task over the ages. Early materialists, like the Greek philosophers, Epicurus, am I saying his name right? God damn.
Yeah, something like that. A Greek monarch that lived 2,500 years ago. Let's just say that.
490 BC suggested that everything in the universe is made of a combination of four elements: earth, water, fire, and air. Changes in substance were to be explained by rearrangements of these four simple elements. By contrast, Greek philosopher Aristotle at 384 to 322 BC believed in the heliomorphism. Okay.
Heliomorphism, yes.
Okay, heliomorphism. Did I say that right?
Heliomorphism.
Heliomorphism. Okay. Life consisting of a combination of matter and form, and that living beings got there from a soul. Yeah, they back on a soul. Go ahead, you can pick up from there.
More recently, German chemist and physician George Ernst Stahl, who he lived in the 1700s, 16 to 1700s, suggested a hypothesis of vitalism in which organic and inorganic matter were fundamentally different, and that organic material can only be derived from living beings. But this ended in 1828 when German chemist Friedrich Höhler from the 1800s synthesized urea from inorganic material, thus inaugurating the field of organic chemistry. So that's a good point too. Like we actually have a field of study called organic chemistry. Like when people be asking, like, where does life come from? These are the type of organic chemistry is the area where you want to start to look, because this is where chemistry start to become biology. You know what I'm saying? But to go on, and it's a whole field of study dedicated to that. So just to let the audience know.
They call it abiogenesis. What is that called?
No, or organic chemistry. Are you talking about abiogenesis? Yeah, yep. But modern definitions of life start with a simple idea, where when you see something that's alive, you know it. But the underpinning of the definition of life is more complex and consists of several attributes. First, living things display order, and for example, the arrangement of atoms in their molecules. Lots of inorganic molecules also have orderly arrangements of atoms. Think water, salt, etc. But living things must have order, while non-living things does not necessarily need to be ordered. Second, living things reproduce or are products of reproduction. Reproduction is a necessity of life. As without it, life would not go on. So the third, and then and I think he got like 6 or 7 points, but to go on, the third point is life exhibits growth and development. Living things grow and develop over time, and part governed by their heredity, which is in turn controlled by inherited DNA. Although this might not be true for life elsewhere. And this is where I think you advance was getting tied up at yesterday, where we see here how and it's set up kind of throughout the universe, because we see the building blocks of life throughout the universe, and we see how like DNA, it comes from the RNA and all of that. But they just made the point though here that this may not be true for life elsewhere throughout the universe. You know what I'm saying? So
let me. Did you get to the 6 point?
No, I'm only on 4. I'm on number 4.
All right, because I'm gonna read the 6 point. We're gonna close out the reading. Okay. Just go ahead.
Okay.
Good night, Chatty Cathy.
Yep. Good night. I wanted to go down a little farther too, though. But I'm gonna read this one. For living organisms utilizing energy from their environment according to the second law of thermodynamics. Without energy from our environment, we would quickly die. Living beings take in energy and transform it in order to operate their bodies and counter entropy. And I want to go into what entropy is too, but which pause everything in the universe which pushed everything in the universe for hold on, let me see. Where am I at here?
Order, universe, order, disorder.
Which no, here it goes. Is which pushed everything in the universe from order to disorder. Life is in the large part of fight against increasing entropy that we eventually will lose. Fifth, living things respond to their environment. Creatures may move around to find preferable temperatures or sources of food. Many aspects of the human body, sweat, blood, circulation, hormonal changes, and so on, are responses to the environment around us. Rocks, by comparison, do not actively change in response to such environmental effects. And you want to read number 6?
So okay. So the question is, why do we talk about the cosmos, right? And we talk about the cosmos because as you learn about the cosmos, you learn about yourself, right? And that's just a fact, right? I'll say it again. As you understand the cosmos, you understand yourself, and that ain't nothing super duper. That's the reality of where we live at, and we're all composed of the same things that the universe is composed of, and this is what it is. So when you read here, right, and since I always felt like understanding the origins of humanity, right, because I wanted to prove that the original people that walked the planet and the mothers and fathers were from Africa, and the only way I could prove that is to be able to understand evolution. Right? So when people like the young pseudo, okay, disrespectfully make statements on a large platform like Nick Cannon's masterclass about evolution ain't real, ain't occur, right? He's really disrespecting African history, right? Without him even knowing it because he's ignorant. And they say ignorance is blessed, right? So anybody that wants to understand the origin of African people and African history, then it would be nice. Right? This is a basic joint right here, the chronology of human evolution. All right, I'm working on my second book. It's a banger. I'm gonna let y'all know that. I'm working on it for the last 2 to 3 years now. All right, and I'm kind of coming to completion of that work. I wrote it. Easy to read through. I like to make it easy to read through, take complicated information, a well-sourced out book. You know what I'm saying? But I am telling you, it is anti-African. You know how the Jews say anti-Semitic? When you say something against the history, so we got to start saying you anti-African. So when people is banging against science, nah, nigga, you anti-African with that. We need to do that. So watch this. So we get in life. We understand in life, right? So it says six living beings show evolutionary adaptation based on Darwin's ideals. Over time, life on planet Earth has altered dramatically due to the interactions between individual organisms and their environment. Okay? Humans are no different. We interacted with our environment. People like to separate Africans and humans from all living animals. You can't do it. And they like to separate us from our environment. You can't do it. It's a traits that allow individuals to survive over time mean the survivors pass on their genes to subsequent generations. See, it's always been not the survival of the fittest, the survival of the fit genes, the survival of the genes. Okay? And those genes help in the process, okay, of giving birth to valuable offspring. When I say valuable offspring, I mean you have children that have the ability, first of all, not be sickly all the time and make it to the age of reproduction, right? That would be considered a valuable offspring. Traits that allow...
Sean in the back.
Huh?
Sean in the back.
You in there, Sean? Okay, traits that allow individuals to survive over time mean survivors pass on their genes to subsequent generations. This is how living beings achieve immortality. Now, see, we can get real slick right here. Listen closely again, right? This is how living beings achieve immortality. And when I understood that, that's when I immediately knew I had to deal with science. That's an interesting point right there. You know what I'm saying? So if we go back there, watch this. Traits that allow individuals to survive over time means survivors pass on their genes to subsequent generations. This is how living beings achieve immortality, by passing themselves on to subsequent generations, not by accepting Christ. That's the point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
That's the point I'm trying to make. And that's why the title is For the Love of Christ. You really get no mortality for the love of Christ. You get mortality by forming strong social families and social structures, right? That will produce an environment that allow your damn kid not to get shot down at 13, 12, and 10, and 6, and 7, and 23. You know what I'm saying? Build strong communities and environments that allow your children to reach the age of goddamn reproduction. And you will get immortality. This is, if you study African cosmology, African wisdom, and African stories, when they talk about the ancestors, I'm not saying they knew about damn genes. I'm saying they understood the value and the importance, right? And the value of children and elders, and you put that together and you'll have valuable offspring. So who are the ancestors? The ancestors is really the gene pool, the genes. That's who the ancestors are. In us, and we embody the ancestors. Let me get out of the area where you might think of getting spooky. We embody the genes of the people that came before us. That's easy work right there. Easy work right there. Let me finish. I see we got a little flavor book in there. Richard Dawkins, The Ancestors. This is how living beings achieve immortality. Not by believing in Jesus Christ or Muhammad or none of that. You ain't gonna get immortality from that. You're gonna be dead. By passing themselves on subsequent generations. Insects that watch this. Now we start to understand evolution. Watch this. Insects that happen to appear camouflaged because they resemble tree bark are less likely to be eaten by predators and survive to reproduce again. Shifting the surviving traits in later generations. Plants that have to produce toxic substances are eaten less frequently than other plants, and so pass on their genes through time. Gradually, over the billions of years of life on Earth, Darwin's evolution shapes the changes the character of living beings so that certain species live on more successfully than others. Hey man, look. So the genetic tale is
I
really
want to read the
about
next. I want to read the next paragraph after that. Go ahead though, but we can move on after I read the next paragraph. But go ahead, finish your point.
I just want to show y'all how when we speak in terms of ancestors, right? Scientifically speaking, you know ain't no damn ancestor gonna come back and see you. You know you can't pray no daggone ancestor. Okay, you know that. So when I'm speaking in terms of ancestors, I'm talking about the traits that's left in me. I'm talking about the gene pool, right? So I'm honoring my genes, man. I'm honoring what I came from, because without having what I came from, I wouldn't be here to even give this message right here. All right? Spooked out and all that crap? Nah, man. So the ancestors is the damn genes. Well, go ahead. What's up, though, Sean? You doing, man? Well, go ahead, read that.
this continues on from the sixth. You was reading the 6th point, and this is the ending part of the 6th point here. The history of life on Earth has left us a rich heritage. The earliest known life comes from the Strelipool area of West Australia, as we have seen, and dates to about 3.4 billion years ago. These are primitive cyanobacteria, tiny spherical, oval, and tubular structures. Other researchers have found life claimed to be as old as 3.9 years, but these results are yet unconfirmed. So, and I always talk about the cyanobacteria. I don't know if you remember, but I bring it up quite a bit when we get to talking about life on Earth and all that. I always tell people, figure out what a stromatolite. A stromatolite is built up cyanobacteria that has lived and died, and so they still live on that same area. So they pile up and calcify, and then they look like rocks that's coming up out of like wetlands and shit like that. But they cyanobacteria. You know what I'm saying? And this is the early, and they still here today. You can still these things are still here today, right now. And they date back to 3.4 billion years. So this is the earliest. This is some of the earliest life on Earth. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna continue to read. It says, clearly, life on Earth took hold relatively quickly following the so-called late heavy bombardment. I also talked about this too, the late heavy bombardment. And how all of these comets from interstellar space is coming to bombard the early Earth, and in these comets and asteroids and things like this, it has these the building blocks for it to start this microbial life, like the cyanobacteria. But I'm gonna continue on reading. Where was I at here? Okay. It says the so-called late heavy bombardment. This took place 4.1 to 3.8 billion years ago, the period in which many small bodies in the solar system slammed into Earth and there entered planets and moons. The development of life on Earth, driven by Darwinian evolution, leaves a fascinating timeline behind and makes us wonder if every similar evolutionary path may have occurred on countless other planets in the universe. And I'll end with that. But I think that was a good chapter to touch on after the conversation we had on our FaceTime yesterday. So I think that was pretty cool, man. That chapter. And it goes even deeper. I mean, like the chapter it just continues on and on and on. But go ahead, huh?
Yeah, this Concrete Corey reading list right here. We're going over Concrete Corey's reading list right here. I seen somebody put the book in there, The Selfish Gene. Who did that? By Dawkins.
Sean said you gotta turn his mic on or something, promoting the panelists. He in limbo.
Oh shit.
I wanted to put this in there on the Richard Dawkins Ancestor's Tale. This is going into the gene, what you was just talking about in that paragraph that you had read. This will get, you won't have no questions about the paragraph you had just read. For the audience. This for the audience. I already know you don't got no questions. But
Richard Dawkins argued that religion don't come by way of natural selection. He think it's like just leftover baggage, pretty much.
That's exactly what it is, bro. Religion come and go too. Y'all know that, right? So right now we're in the age where people ain't even building religion like that. It'll pop back. It'll rear its ugly head again.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah. What's up, brother?
Shoot, I'm chilling, man. What's good? What's up, everybody?
Oh man, you know we in here getting it in, man. We want to slide into
Yeah,
the vaccines
What's
in a
good,
minute.
Sean?
nothing chilling, Core. I see you on your favorite subject.
Man, you can't shut me up, man, once we get on this subject, man.
Yeah. Nah. You know,
I'm an astronomy enthusiast.
Corey get the rocket of that cosmos though.
hey, just sit back and watch him. You know what I mean? Sit back and watch him. All I can tell you, man. Nah, but for real, it is interesting when you think about it. You know what I mean? Like initially, people don't go as deep as that. Like they don't think about how everything transpired, which goes back to Unc point when he argues evolution all the time. So at the beginning of this, what actually happened? We can't be too specific, but we can be as clear as we could based on the evidence that we have. Well, people be like, what evidence do you have, for like the creation of the cosmos or the Big Bang, right? Everybody always say, how can you prove the Big Bang, right? You know what I'm saying? No matter how much information, scientific information that goes over everybody's head, they can't fathom something like the Earth not being an Earth before, and then something transpiring that shifted the axis or made the Earth become what it is, what's known to us today, millions and millions upon millions of years. And I think that when we no matter if you slowed it all the way down, creationists can't fathom how this actually makes things unique and we see ourselves in the light of creation, right? And they say they come from the dirt. They were formulated by the dirt, or they contain the protons, neutrons, electrons, photons. They just start making stuff up. But they try to say that they come basically the periodic table makes up all these things they got going on. All right. So I know Young Dummy came up to Unc, and I was thinking, how could we make them understand what actually transpired to get to your point, to get to the point of human evolution from the Big Bang, or in this instance, your interfish, and you just evolving from all of that. Well, if we study our creation, our evolution through history, we can kind of see that same development in the Big Bang. If you can understand what I'm saying, like I'm basically saying the way the Earth took time, right? It took a lot of time. There was so many. It was multi-climate, correct? It's going. It's spinning on the outside. It's spinning in one direction, but on the core, on the inside, it's going in the opposite direction. And you're trying to figure out why is the core going in the opposite direction of the outer shell? Is that how we're able to create balance? And I don't think people really get into that because they don't know that the core of the Earth is going in one direction at so many miles per hour. They're like, how do y'all know that? You know what I mean? When archaeologists or whoever digging in the dang on ground, they trying to go as far as they can in the Earth's core because they're trying to find out more about the development of the Earth. And even when they're drilling for what? Oil? You know what I mean? When they got them oil rigs out there on the shores and they drilling for oil, drilling in the earth like that, they know that they can only go so far before they tap into not being able to get what they're looking for, or causing a massive problem or another huge oil spill and so on and so forth. So I like these topics because it's over people's heads. But even when you slow it down, they can't fathom that, everything goes through this maturation of birth, maturation, and then it evolves into a high stage, and then you'll see a rebirth of something that reoccurs. And this has been the phase in the Earth. This has been the phase in basically the cosmos. This has been the same thing that's going on with basically human evolution.
It's a fact there, buddy.
No doubt, Sean. I wanted to say too that even though you see this book is a book on cosmos, but you can never get away from evolution when you're talking about the universe. You see what I'm saying? So that just goes to your point. You know, we talking about Darwinian evolution in a book about the cosmos. So I just wanted to highlight that for you. Just to
absolutely. I think when we go back and we pull back African times, right? When we get into African times and we see what Takar, you know, when he's talking about, what was that, chapter 2 or 3, in African times. I don't know if you still got that, but really that's what kind of, you know what I mean, that's what slowed it down for me a little bit. I was digging in his book, you know, when I first got the book, and anybody who had the book, you know, this was one of the first books that made me like be like, man, I ain't even on this level. But I got it like, hold up, let me cut my camera on for the people. But y'all got the big boy stuff, you know what I mean? Y'all got the big boy stuff, so.
Shit, man, the car shit, the big boy shit. Hey, look. Hey, y'all forgot. Y'all don't see people getting this lately. What's up?
Yeah. And I need.
Man, you what y'all talking about? Y'all put this together. Yeah, this is one of my first pieces I put together. I took a collection of different works, man, put that shit together. Yeah, that's the yeah, that's it. That's that shit right there.
Gene is good too, you know what I'm saying? That's a real deal right there. That's
I think Corey, going with all the stuff that you reading, even though you know what I'm saying, some people will be like, "Well, you don't need to read this, you got that." But from the beginning of this particular book, the beginning of this book, he go right into your favorite subject, off the muscle.
Oh yeah.
Man, he talking about you the whole time. Off the muscle. Chapter 1. He goes straight into methods, and then he talk crazy about all the other people.
What's the name of it?
African Times.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. He come from the universe already. You know what I mean? So, for instance, let's deal with this. He says movement of time, cosmos before the present universe. All right. Now he source here Theophilo Banga. See, this is what people don't really get. So this is where we start now. Think about what you're reading.
Mm-hmm.
Think about what you read, because some of this stuff, you know, we can kind of update and deal with. But I think he did another book, but down in matter. I know some stuff can update. But it says, according to Paulo Banga, the most advanced African historian of antiquity, living in this his book, African Philosophy, Pharaonic Period. I don't want to get too much into that because he's talking about that, but he basically talks about in the beginning, of course, how the creation of the earth come about, right? Talk about, he said, the beginning there was matter, you know, basically saying water, incoherent, obscure, obscure, yet potential, powerful, dynamic, creative, and innovative, and generative source. It says right from the start, matter is posited in the form of primal water at the origins of the universe. This primordial matter was in the form of qualitative, different than what would later emerge from or be born of it. The most important thing to note is that it's positive matter prior to anything else. So he kind of deal with that a little bit. You know what I mean? They get into a whole bunch of stuff, but he talks about time, speed, all these things that you know, scientists use to measure. You know what I mean? All the stuff that you like.
Mm-hmm.
You and all the, you know, you like that.
That's
the
a
math,
thick too. That's a thick one there too, Sean.
Yeah, it took me 3 months to read this book.
Oh my God, man.
Hey, look, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see chapter 1.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? He gets directly into what you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, he get into that stuff you like right there off the rip.
Yeah. I think I saw the filament too.
Huh?
How old is the book?
This book, it's about
I've seen that book before. You did something on that book before, didn't you?
What?
26. Yeah, Unc used to show this book. 2016.
How old? 2016 though.
Yeah. But see, he got something in another book me and Unc need to get into. We ain't got into that book yet though, Unc.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
The old man.
No. Not just the I'm talking about in Ka.
Ain't that the old Maxinato?
Nah, they ain't here.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Oh, you talking about the other one?
The other book.
Oh, the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's what, page 246 or something like that. We got to get into that.
All right, we get into it. All books get around here.
This is Corey though. It says the universe is constantly in motion. It has no days off. Moving at a colossal speed, stars and suns with their own rings of planets. They revolve on their axes and turn with their entire galaxy as it turns on its own axis. Each star is a blazing, fiery solar hurricane. Its entire surface is in the state of bubbling, erupting, burning, hot agitation with colossal fiery heat waves passing over the turbulent stars, burning hot surface. It says galactic fire streams shoot out as gigantic streams of internal heat, pulsating, throbbing, illuminating, pouring forth into space in the form of radiation, giving life to planets and their moons. Physical gravitational fields connect the particles, allowing them to interact and thus exit. Think about all that stuff that's going on right
That was a solar plume. He talking about a solar plume right there.
See, that's why I say you like this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Corey, dang on, man. Man. It's your
ionized particles coming off of there. It comes from deep in the. He said, he basically said it in a philosophical way. It comes from deep in the sun's core. You know what I'm saying? And it ejects amongst and creates energy for the rest of the solar system. You know what I'm saying? It's ejecting ionized particles. You know what I mean?
So what do you feel about this? Billions of stars, the organizing bodies of any solar system, are suns with their own rings of planets revolving on their axes and turning with the entire galaxy as it turns on its own axis. Each star, a blazing, fiery solar hurricane. Its entire surface is in a state of bubbling. The same thing, bubbling, erupting, burning, hot agitation with colossal fire heat waves passing over turbulent stars, burning hot surfaces. Galactic fire streams shoot out as gigantic streams of internal heat pulsating, throbbing, illuminating, and pouring forth into space in the form of radiation, giving life to planets and their moons.
No doubt. He talked about like the spin of the galaxies. So the stars is the way the spin of the galaxy go. They're going around what's called a supermassive black hole. That's what the stars is revolving around. You know what I mean? They revolving around the supermassive black hole, and then the planets is revolving around the suns. Each star. You know what I'm saying? Each planetary system is revolving around each star. So yeah, he hitting it on the money, man. Like at least that's the way I'm interpreting it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Neil deGrasse Tyson, and then he uses Lawrence M. Cross.
That's my two number one guys in the world. My two number one guys in the world. If he reading them, he reading the baddest boys in the world. That's
the call, man. Talking about, man. He one of the first people in the community that supported my atheism. Quiet as it's kept.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like he was like, damn, he was like, yeah, that's it. Yep, I'll never forget it, y'all. I came out to meet him, and he was just saying, man, no matter what you go through, man, you keep doing it. Ain't nobody bringing it like that. Not that way.
What'd that say, Sean? That's Lawrence M. Krauss right there, man.
Yep,
the greatest story ever told. You know what I'm saying?
The car atheist. The car's an atheist.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, see, the truth is, I'm gonna let y'all in a little secret, right? In this community, you look down and frowned on if you that. Oh my God, it's the white people proving me that Africans was there. It's just be a little bit too much. They be doing a little bit too much. Like that's gonna really. But the truth is, man, nobody listens to this show believe in Jesus. Nobody listens to the show believe in Muhammad, Allah. None of that. They don't believe it. They don't believe it. So even if you make up your own God, whatever, based off of the 2020 definition of what they saying, man, you would be an atheist. Whether you like the damn word or not, you do not believe. Simple as that. Dr. Ben did not believe. John Jackson does not believe. The car don't believe. They just don't. So I just came out. I don't feel like playing no games. Shit, y'all ain't gotta like me anyway. It don't matter. I ain't getting this for y'all to like me, man. I got in this to give y'all some information that wasn't nobody gonna give you, right? Because it was in a secret vault called the damn library in the college universities. I came into a situation where people was banging on the universities. Oh, the white man university, man, the hell with all that, man. I'm reading his books, man. I ain't, look, hell with that. I'm going down there to Georgia State, right? And I'm going in the library. You just walk right in the damn library, and I'm sitting down and I'm reading, man. I don't care what color it was. I don't care what's the color of the person who wrote the damn book. So I just wanted people to be comfortable with being able to say, well, I'm reading this European's work.
There you go, man. White man science, man. There you go.
They play that game all day. But I just wanted to make it fashionable to be able to read all goddamn books. White boys read all books. The Arabs read all books. Successful countries read all books. And I want everybody to tune into the cosmos. It's a global study of how science has been through in the age. It's a global study. Yeah, so where you at? I'm so you quiet today, man. What's up? Where you at? So damn quiet, man.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. You know, I do the cosmos. You know, I'm on the ground with us, so I'll be listening and learning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all learning. So now we got let's
throw the link in the chat, CK. If we got any questions, somebody want to come in and you know what I mean, and you know, see what's up, see if they want to add something or have a point or whatever.
So you think it's I heard one person when they talk about life, right? Life being out there, right?
Of course.
He was saying, you know, it's possible that, you know, some life, like, you know, been here to went extinct. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's possible our life form here can go extinct and then another life form or something, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a fact.
Time is vast and is a major factor. So it's all about timing, definitely.
We won't see it.
So, like, I think we're in the middle of the sixth mass extinction right now. Yeah, mm-hmm. Right now we're in the midst of the sixth mass extinction, and I'm thinking it's created by humans. Okay. And we need to get to cracking. All right, let y'all know, need to get to cracking. But out of these extinctions came life. Am I not right, Mr. Corey?
Absolutely. Even out of stars dying, stars going supernova. That's how we got here. The atoms in your left hand may be different, may have came from a different star than the atoms in your right hand. This is like some of the things that the real physicists, and these are some of the math equations that the real astronomers this is what they do. They do this real math, and like I said, a star going supernova is what allowed us to be here. So things that die, gives way for other things to come along. That's just the cycle of life throughout the cosmos, period. Whether you're on Earth, whether you're in the Milky Way galaxy, whether you're in the Andromeda galaxy, wherever. That's just the cycle of life. Go ahead, huh?
Yeah, no, you man, that's right there. So let's talk about this. Is my favorite extinction, the great oxidation. That's my favorite one. Where oxygen. Where heavy amounts of oxygen was introduced to Earth's atmosphere, and it killed everything, right? Except those things that could survive and take oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Because oxygen was a poison. Okay? So the great oxidation, look it up, the great oxidation. Okay, look that up. Also look up the great killing. That's another mass extinction, the great killing. All right. So, but the great oxidation, I think this was at what? 4 billion years ago, something like that.
That was right at like 3.9, 4.1.
Yeah, so oxygen came and just wiped everything out. Almost.
This is what we talking about when we talked about the cyanobacteria, but go ahead. I don't mean to keep interrupting you. Go ahead.
No, you great. No, you great with that. So I'm just showing you out of death, right? Definitely comes life. And this is the story that our ancestors was trying to tell. Like the rising of the great phoenix. These are the stories that they told. You look at African cosmology, look at it. All right. Now, I'm not saying it was scientifically sound. That's not what I'm saying. But they understood the life and death. And out of death comes life. They clearly understood that. They talked about the ancestors. So biologically, they understood how if you pass your genes on, you ain't went no damn where. You're immortal. And they didn't have to use the word genes. It's just they understood that. They knew as you hold your baby in your arms, right? For all the fathers out there, and you look the baby in his face and you see your damn self, right? For me, when the babies was born, man, I used to like to take them outside, and I hold them up to the cosmos, because that's where the hell they came from, the cosmos. And this is what I did for my babies. And all my babies got African names on their damn birth certificates. You gonna really play with me? That's how I did it. So I always wanted to represent the change I wanted to see in the world. Okay, so my kids got some damn names. And I made it so, because you know how white people, they like to cut this name down and all that, and that's too complicated. So I made it so, right, as they cut it down, you still get the African flavor and power. Still. But yeah, man, that's why I held my babies up to the cosmos, because that's what we is, man. Then you get people playing with it. Oh, the stardust. But as soon as you say the stardust, right, then you diving into cosmology, the cosmos, and then you diving into life on Earth. And the only way you're going to explain is through evolution. So don't make a daggone evolutionary statement about stardust. We come from stardust. To add on to that, Corey, when we talk about the elements in our body, this is what we do know. We know that there's some trace elements that are forged in our body that the sun that we look at every day does not burn hot enough to forge those trace elements. So there had to be a larger sun, where those trace elements came from.
Yeah. Absolutely. Our sun is a second generation sun. Go ahead.
Fuck with me.
Yeah, they ain't ready for that, though. They ain't ready to understand that our sun is a second generation sun.
Right.
It comes from a sun that wasn't big enough to go supernova and create a black hole, but what it did was it created a dust cloud that allowed what we call a nebula, and which is the birthplace of stars, and allowed our star to be born. They say it might even be a third generation star, but I don't know. They Lawrence Krauss ain't liking that too much, so if he ain't liking it, I ain't liking it either.
Rasta in the back, Rasta in the back.
Yeah, that dude a bad boy, man. Like, but I'm saying this would make somebody a bad boy to me. Let me tell you what make you a bad boy to me, yo. That one, you ain't a motherfucking racist. Like, you can't. I'm not. Listen, I might say your work is tight, but you're a fucking racist. All right. But what make you a bad boy to me is that you don't show that. You stick to the motherfucking science. And then you make complex ideas simple and I can understand it. So I can teach people. That's what them dudes do.
Yeah.
I think Tyson, Neil deGrasse, you know what I'm saying? He bring the black flavor with the jokes. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's why I like cracking jokes. You know what I'm saying? Like you know how Seti used to bring it before he just went all out, tried to go all out war and bump his head against the halls of science. He had to bring the jokes and teach a little something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, but Lawrence Krauss, man, that boy bring them, man, come on, man. Gravitational lensing. Right. We'll talk about that next week. gravitational lensing and how it allows us to see farther back in the cosmos, which is in what damn chapter is that? Chapter 5? What is that, yo? Hold on.
Oh, and you talking about the greatest story ever told?
Yeah, right here. Huh? No. Whoa, right here. Shit. 15?
Well, that might be
Not the dark matter, the chapter for the dark matter. I think 12, chapter 12. Chapter 12, yo. Talking about the Big Bang.
Oh, is that in the cosmos or in the?
Oh, that's damn. Chapter 12. How large is the cosmos? Y'all gotta get this, man. Hey, where you at, CK? How large is the universe? Here you go. The big, right? 11. The Big Bang in cosmic echo.
Let me explain who David Etcher is while we on his book. I mean, we ain't really introduced David Etcher, and this is a great book. But who he is he's the editor. He's the chief editor of Astronomy Magazine, and one of the most recognized astronomy enthusiasts in the world. So he's not. I don't want to insult him by saying he on my level. But what I consider myself is a astronomy enthusiast, and that's what he considers himself. He's not a physicist, but he writes books. He understands what the physicists say, right? He read the papers, the journal. I mean, he sit down and have tea with Lawrence Krauss and all these boys. You know what I'm saying? And so what he does is he writes books for people like me in the audience to understand it. But you know, he just pretty a good writer. You know what I mean? But he the president of the Astronomy Foundation and a member of the board of directors in Sturmis at the Sturmis Festival, which is a highly scientific festival that like all of the great scientists, physicists, all of them go there and show they new, you know, all of the new research, all the new papers and everything. But you know, this is David Etcher, and this is just one of his books. And like I said, all of his books, all of his DVDs and everything, they're not made for a physicist to come and read it. It's made for people off the street just to come read it and get a good understanding of very up to date information. Like this was published by Cambridge University, so you ain't writing no junk and getting it published by Cambridge University.
No, you ain't sitting in their library talking that crazy shit.
No,
like they do at the Howard joint. They let them get away with that. Nah, they ain't doing that.
They definitely ain't, let alone you ain't sitting in their library, but they definitely ain't publishing no books with no garbage.
Nah, they ain't doing that. Hey, CK. Oh, go ahead.
What was the name?
I was just gonna say it was written back in 2015. So this is very, very up to date information. You know what I mean? So just to let y'all know that.
What announcement you had to make, and then I'll give you the title of the book, because the reason why.
Oh, okay. I ain't gonna lie, I've been multitasking this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Just say.
I mean, when we got 80 people in here, it's close to 100.
Yeah, I gotta sign out right now too, CK. I'm busy too. I'm working.
Yeah. No, that's all good. That's all good. I got you.
Anyways, boom. Dude, stop it. Stop it.
What?
Y'all shooting at each other. Call of Duty. I know all three of y'all.
Nah. She sent me an
earlier. You gotta ask Corey about me.
I know what you're doing. You be working.
Anyways. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say peace to everyone. Thank you, everybody, for coming through to the show tonight. Hopefully, y'all are having a good time. We're learning some stuff. You know, I'm pretty sure once we get some other people on the panel, we start switching the topics up, it'll get a little bit more heated up in here. You know what I mean? So I've been kind of spreading the word to let everybody know that I definitely was going to be doing an announcement today. I didn't think I would have it ready by today, but it's good enough to where I think it's cool to announce. For those of y'all that may not know, well, you're going to know today. About a year ago, December 2019, I made a Discord server for New Black Knowledge. It's actually been going pretty strong. We've had some issues, you know, and things have gotten somewhat better. But, you know, it is what it is. It's still a strong place to be. You know, we're taking people there on a case-by-case basis. but I wanted to proudly announce tonight that the Pseudo Killers will have their own Discord server, and it will be active as of tonight. So it will be an open link. Anyone and everyone will be able to join. Anyone that was kicked or banned from the New Black Knowledge Discord server, this is your second chance at an opportunity to join a Discord server again. There will be rules in place. There will be mods in place. I definitely learned a lot from making the first Discord server, because that was my first time making one. So I learned a lot from that. So I was able to kind of get this one up and running a whole lot quicker. Of course, people can make suggestions, and we'll make changes as we go. The plan is to try to make this a little bit more integrated into the Pseudo Killers. We'll have quizzes, we'll have surprise sweepstakes, giveaways, videos. We'll be sharing sources, we'll be sharing free books, free apps, everything. So hopefully everybody joins. Like I said, it will be an open link. So y'all will be able to pretty much share that link and have other people join, but it would be preferable if we keep Black people in the server. Wouldn't want to have a gang of Caucasian people coming through, causing all kind of racist ruckus, but that was the announcement for tonight. So hopefully everyone joins. People that may have to catch the replay on this video, please, just let them know, like, hey, I know y'all probably missed the Pseudo Killers last night. You probably missed show last night, but yo, here's the link, come through. And just make it known that if you use a different name in Discord than your name that's on YouTube, please make that known so we know that is you. And that's pretty much it. If anybody has any questions, by all means, make it known. Of course, all of the Pseudo Killers that are, us on the panel will all be admins, and we'll select certain people to be mods. Anyone that is a mod, they will be able to advocate or to vote someone in as a mod. Pseudos will be allowed to join this server. That's the only difference between this server and the New Black Knowledge Discord server. Pseudos will be allowed to join this server. Join at your own mother flipping risk. There will be no mercy. You will get ganged up on. You will get daggered. It's not going to be easy for you. I'm just making it known. It's not going to be easy for you. But if people get to being, I'm not going to lie, people get to being threatening people's lives, cussing people out, calling people all kind of crazy names.
No, we ain't doing that.
Mods and admins will be able to boot people. And if and only if this goes pretty good, if we can get a decent amount of people in here, a decent amount of engagement, I'm not gonna lie, I will float the idea to make certain pseudos mods, but only as mods over other pseudos. I can tweak the settings like that to where I can do that. So
there's a hierarchy here.
CK, can you load it? Go ahead.
So I'll be dropping that link as of right now.
Can you load an audiobook on there, CK?
Hell yeah. There's a gang of audiobooks in the MBK Discord server. A shit ton.
All right, because I'm gonna give y'all my a few of mine so we can load them up in there.
Yeah, I'm still tweaking it now.
Yeah, we gonna.
I didn't think I would have it this ready.
I'm gonna load it up. I got a bunch of audiobooks.
Listen, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep that scientifically literate over there. We're gonna focus strictly on the science. This is gonna be one of the first books in there. We got this book. Sherman got it.
Yeah, all I read is science book.
This is gonna be one of the first DVDs in there. You know what I mean? Black Holes Explained by Al Pinko.
Yeah, that's how we doing it. All right, we're gonna have all the cosmic shit in there, yo. All right, black, white, the whole 9 yards. That's what we doing. So beware. This how we getting down. Hey, shout out to CK. She done kept the brother strong. See, that's what the sisters do. They come through. Yeah, I appreciate that, sis. That be the you. Yeah. So yeah, where we at? Where you at, Sean? Should we talk? Well, how much time we've been rocking? 1 minute, 1 hour and 19 minutes, right? So
I ain't saying nothing. Just core
say nothing.
Just core show. I ain't saying nothing.
Oh no, you crazy.
You can go saying the wrong shit about the cosmos.
No, it's all learning. We all learning together. I'm just an enthusiast. I'm just an
Yeah,
astronomy
that's what I want to
enthusiast.
say about enthusiasts. And so,
I
yeah, you know,
tell you what, though, I agree with you on the cosmos.
hey, you know who find a lot of the bones, right? And a lot of stuff. It'd be the enthusiasts, yo, to do that.
See who?
The enthusiasts be finding a lot of the dinosaur bones. It don't be the professionals, yo. It's crazy, right?
They find the planets too. The enthusiast is the ones who find all the planets and the stars and all that.
Crazy, yo. Once you learn it, yo. Like I'm gonna tell you, I've been in museums and had detailed conversations. I done downloaded one of them with the people that actually work at the museum and in the anthropology section, in the evolutionary room, and start picking up the skulls, the pieces of skulls. Oh, that's Homo naledi right there. Oh, that's Australopithecus, Afrogenesis. That's yo, like, come on, man, I love that shit, man. Trust me. Yep. Because it's how we tell Black history.
Nahisi said it's 2 hours.
Is it? Yeah, we about it. Yeah.
Because I thought you were starting at 9. You was gone. I came back. I was rocking about 9:40, something like that. 9:45.
Yeah. We're gonna switch over to the pseudo killers. We're gonna talk some vaccines over there, man. How about that for an hour? Y'all up for it or what? What we doing?
Yeah, I'm rocking.
Let me see. Hey, put that Cash App in there. Yeah, we getting our setups together, yo. This is what we need. I'm telling you. Back on this, man. We gotta compete. The only way to compete, yo, is get our studios right. There's no other way to do it.
I thought that was the pseudo killers the whole time. That's why I went hard with the information. If I knew that was the real Black atheists, I would have settled the information down a little bit. I wouldn't have gave y'all all that, you know.
You have to be an atheist to be a pseudo killer, though.
No, I'm playing bullshit.
I don't want to hear a little bit of crying or a little bit. Nah, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. We got a nice little crowd in here, man. What's up? What the hell is Nahisi at, man? Pseudo killer, official, Mossy Clan warrior, official, man. Shout out to your son for winning the daggone championship, man. We celebrate the youth around here. All right?
Peace, Nahisi. Peace to Nahisi.
Never forget that. He'll never forget that championship because I remember all the championships I won growing up. Yeah, never forget it because that's some hard shit to do on any level is to win. How about that? Now, whether it's pro, Pop Warner, Little League, Pony League, baseball, whatever, winning is winning. Just the higher levels you go, the more people know about it. Yeah, but shout out to that young man. You know? Maybe one day he tuned in and he shouted his team out. All right, that's real. All right, so we're going to switch to the pseudo killers, man. Y'all should subscribe to the pseudo killer channel, man. Right now, hit the like and subscribe button over here, man. Hit that Cash App, man. All right, yo, we get microphones, better cameras. We're getting off this. This is not what we're doing. We're not doing this. We're gonna come out nice and crispy because the world is competition. The cosmos is competition. It's the gravity fights stars, right? All in competition.
It's entropy. We fighting against the entropy. I forgot to go into that a little bit. But
we'll go into that
next week.
We can go down on pseudo killers.
Okay. Yeah. We got to fight against that entropy, man. Like the universe is trying to get everything to equalize. It's trying to disperse everything equally. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we gotta fight against that. We gotta fight against the false equivocation. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Things ain't equal with us. We different.
Different. Drop that link again, CK, because we get ready to hit up to the pseudo killers right now, man. Look, appreciate everybody, man. We're gonna go ahead and finish this up, man. On the pseudo killers, man. We're gonna get into vaccines. Watch how slick I changed the channel thing too. Vaccines and the harmful effects to Black people. Do they kill Black people? Do guns kill Black people? What's safer?